Hi, I'm Kathy. Thanks for watching the fifth and sixth video of the Working for Wonka How to Write a Business Plan series. In this video we're combining the finance and the operations section into one video, and we're going to start with the finance section. Now, the finance section is really where the rubber meets the road. This is one of the most important sections of your business plan because this is what's proving that your company is a financially viable venture. If maybe not lucrative in year one or year two, but you're proving out that there is actually a potential for this business to make money, and then you're proving how much money and over what period of time. In your financial section, you're going to include a revenue model, you're going to include a cash flow statement, an earnings statement, a balance sheet, and any loan or vendor deals that are affecting the financial future of this company should also be included in this section. But here's what I'm going to say about all of those documents. I am not a professional financial advisor, so I don't want to mislead anyone. I don't want to give any bad information, so I'm going to suggest that if you don't know what those documents are, that you Google them or that you pay an accountant or somebody to go through and help you put those together. What I will say is that when you put this together, you really want to be sure you have your ducks in a row, and then just as important as having all that information is making sure that the information is real. Do not exaggerate your numbers in your business plan. It doesn't do anyone any good. Let's say, for instance, that you are launching an actual product at retail and you haven't fully defined your cost of goods yet. Don't say that you can get this part for 5 cents, but in the end the average price is really 25, but you're sure you can find a vendor. No. You need to be conservative with your numbers. It doesn't do you any good to look back at these numbers a year from now and realize that you missed the mark completely because you were not conservative enough when you put this document together. And let me tell you, it's even worse if it happens to be your bank or an investor who's looking back a year from now and saying, why are you so grossly off in your numbers? And it's really because you put together a pie-in-the-sky financial section. Do your homework here, do it with a financial professional. If you don't have one on staff, hire one, and put together a real snapshot of the financial viability of the company. So let's move on to operations. Operations is really the peek behind the curtain at what the wizard is doing to keep Oz running. It may seem obvious to you how you manufacture whatever your product is, but that's because you're the entrepreneur or you work from the entrepreneur that figured it out. It's not obvious to anybody but you. So explain how the product is manufactured. Who are the vendors that you work with to get the product manufactured? Talk about your warehousing. Are you warehousing? Are you taking control of inventory and keeping that inventory in a warehouse at your facility? Do you have warehouses across the country? Are you taking ownership at the port wherever this is being made? All of those details that again seem like, that's just of course what you do. It's not obvious to anyone but you. List them out in detail. You also want to talk about how the product is being distributed. So how is it getting from your warehouse to your retailer or your consumer? If you have a B2B business or a web-based business, some of the distribution and the manufacturing might not be relevant to you. But if you are launching an actual physical product, you really want to be sure that it's clear what the path to market is. You can do that path if you wanted to from manufacturing, from ideation to time on shelf if it's an actual product. You can even do it from ideation to close of sale if it's not a physical product. And then lastly, you want to look at your organizational structure. Now, of course, you want an org chart. If your company is big enough for an org chart, even if it's not, it probably is a good idea to list out who ultimately reports into who. What's the hierarchy of the few people that you do have? You want to list bios for anyone down to maybe a director level. And if your company is smaller than that, then you want to have a bio for anyone who is key to the success of your business. Now again, so if this is being written for investors, this is an important part. They want to know that you have assembled a team of people who can get the job done, who know the industry, who have a track record in the industry. Keep in mind, you do not have to be the smartest person in your business plan. The smartest person in the business plan is a person who is smart enough to bring in people smarter than them. So list out anyone who is important to your business in your organization structure. And that's really it. These 2 sections are pretty cut and dry. There's not a lot of room for interpretation here, so I don't have examples of how they would be written in this video, but I think you understand what I mean. The last video we're going to do is the executive summary. As we've discussed, it's actually the first page of your business plan, but it's the last thing you write. We're going to do that next. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.